Hey there, it's Dr. Crypto here. I hope everybody is well. And what a banger it was yesterday. Yeah, liquidation shorts, liquidations, longs. It was like, yeah, these whales were certainly playing their games and that. But, as I said before, you're going to get manipulation. Until this decision comes out, there's going to be plenty of manipulation to the short, to the long side, to the downside. It's what happens. It's crypto. It'll happen all the way through the bull market. So if you're new to crypto, you need to get used to it. But I will say, have a plan. It's always have risk management. Have a plan where you're going to be selling, where you're going to be buying, So, so you're not so sweating at night when you're trying to fall asleep and you're thinking, God, is it going down? That's why I always say, don't ever put more money in willing to lose. It's as simple as that. But I hope everyone's doing well. Give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe. It's always much appreciated. And, from that big dip we had, Bitcoin's back at just over $43,000 from making this video. And again, regarding the market cap, and that's for everything, you're looking at 1.65 trillion, so we're not doing too bad. Greed has come down to around about 6.7, and you can see this on coin market cap here. So but yeah, it's this is where you've got to be careful when it comes to leverage. You just got to be so careful. Like I said, for me, I don't do leverage trading because things like this can catch you out. And if you do leverage trading, like I say, always have a stop loss. It's as simple as that. Have a plan where you're going to be taking profits and where your stop losses are going to be. It's as simple as that. But we can look at Bitcoin at the moment. It's still in this ascending wedge right here. We're still bouncing around. I've still got, if this ETF does get approved, I still think we're going to around about 50 to 53,000. From that point on, I'm not too sure. Could we pull back down to 45,000? Or could we just go sideways? Or can we just carry on straight on up? I don't know. But my feeling is, although some people are saying, it's sell the news, but for me, I really don't think this has never happened to Bitcoin. So, it could pull back. But for me, I feel that what's going on, this is like, what happened to gold for Bitcoin. This is like just a new era, really, a new frontier for Bitcoin. And I really do think the bulls are going to step in, and this is going to go up to around about $50,000. It could go a little bit higher, could pull back, go sideways. I'm not too sure. We'll play it by ear, because we might get the news tomorrow, on Friday, or it might be the following week. So it's going to be one of the two. We could get pullbacks in between from today and onwards. We don't know, but we've got a lot of support around here, around about the $41,000 mark. And if we lose that, we've got a lot of support around the $36,000 mark. We could wick down. And this is the other thing is as well. This is what I do, and obviously you've got to do your own research and do your own thing. I tend to put in you never know when Bitcoin drops and it scam wicks down. You're never going to catch it if you don't have any buy orders. So like on the spot, I'll have a few buy orders down there. It didn't actually get hit, to be honest with you, but you could have buy orders down here at 36,000, because if it ever came back down and wicked down to 36,000 or between where we are now and 36, you're going to catch it. So I always have sometimes have a little buy order. Sometimes you could have it down here. You never know. So it's always worth just considering if you want to buy the dips sort of thing, because it's hard to get these when it wicks. It wicks quick down and then straight back up. So at the moment we're in this ascending wedge and that. So yeah, it's looking pretty bullish still. We're still at $43,000. Even what's gone on here, the alts have bled a bit. But they're starting to pick back up again, starting to grind the way back up again. So I really do think when this ETF gets approved, we're gonna push up. We're gonna push up, and that, because like I said, this is from Blockworks. The news came out, Bitcoin falls 8% on anti-ETF news. Analyst remains confident. And like I said, we're starting to get some of these, people come on Twitter and coming out of all this negativity about it's not going to get approved, but they've got nothing to back it up that it's not going to get approved. When you see BlackRock, having all these meetings, and you have these adverts coming out, these banks are not going to be paying out money for these advertisements if they don't know, if they think they're not going to get this ETF. So, but I suppose if they don't get this ETF, then, there's going to be a fair few lawsuits going on, I would have thought. But, there's lots of positivity going on. There's always going to be a bit of negativity, but it says here, Bitcoin slipped 8% on Wednesday on an unexpected report by Matrix Report calling for the SEC to deny an ETF application. So yeah, it's just basically earlier this week, Bitcoin price had been seen an upswing fueled by growth anticipation around that possibility of the US Securities Exchange Commission approving a Bitcoin ETF. However, the mood shifted when Bitcoin value dropped by 8% early on Wednesday to around about 40,800, falling from its highs and closed to 46,000 on Tuesday. And then, like I said, we've moved straight back up to $43,000. And then we can see here, those closely following the spot Bitcoin ETF, Saga probably already know, Bloomberg intelligence analyst put the chances of approving in the coming week at 90%. But not all see it that way. Like Marcus Phelan, head of research of crypto platform Matrix, said Tuesday he believes all such applications fall short of critical requirements, adding that the US Securities and Exchange Commission chairman Gary Gensler still sees the industry in need of more stringent compliance. But it's like I said, there's just nothing to back up that at all. We all know what Gary Gensler's like. We've seen him and that, but all these meetings that having, all these advertisements happening, I just don't think so. When he's got like BlackRock on his back, I really don't feel like it's gonna delay. I really don't. But we can say SEC delaying spot Bitcoin is not impossible but unlikely, says Buchanan. Bloomberg intelligence analyst Eric says a delay or rejection of spot ETF apps would overturn a lot. A Matrix report, it says here, we'll just go over this again, claimed that US Securities Exchange will reject the spot Bitcoin ETF on Wednesday. 8% drop price of Bitcoin. But we've got like Eric, who basically said, there is no actually evidence to show this at all. There's no evidence to show that no, he's not saying here it's not impossible, he said, but it wouldn't overturn a lot. However, there's sourcing backing up the report, then it's a whole different ballgame. So basically, he's not really saying there's anything to back that up, what Matrix Report is saying. There's nothing there to back it up. If you want to follow Eric, he's just go on Twitter, Eric Buchanan from Bloomberg Analysis. He's got all the stuff there, and he's just tweeted out 11 hours ago. It was only a matter of time. He doesn't feel like it's going to get rejected, but like he said, he doesn't. It's not impossible. It's not. Nothing's ever impossible. Nothing impossible go to zero. It's not going to happen. But you just got to prepare. This is why you should always have a plan. So that's all what's been going on in terms of the ETF at the moment. We could have a quick look at Cronos as well. Cronos is holding really, really strong. We're down 7.75% on the day, sitting at 96 cents. So like I said, we're just hovering between that 10 pence and 90 cents kind of mark. So we're looking fairly strong on here. And like I said, descending triangle, we broke out of that. We've just basically chopping sideways. And like I said, if you had like little buy orders around here, you've bought up. And I feel sorry for people who just got into the market and panicked and sold around about here because somebody grabbed the bag and boom, straight back up. Look at that wick. Nice bit of support there. Wick straight back up. This is what I mean. This is why I don't, in terms of me, I've been buying through all this bear market, So I'm happy where I am. All these dips don't bother me. And like I said, but if you want to buy the dip, it's worth having little targets on spot or something like that. And, when it wicks down like, because you're never going to catch these wicks unless you have like buy orders down here. It gets triggered and then you've gone and bought the dip. You could have one down here if you wish, because if suddenly you get another scan wick down and it comes down to there, boom, straight back up, you're in the money. So I always have like, little buy orders around here. But looking at CRO at the moment, it's looking fairly strong. We're just chopping sideways at the moment. And like I said, if Bitcoin ETF gets approved and Bitcoin skyrockets, gets a God candle, you can imagine altcoins like Crow is going to make their moves up as well. And we could also see this in Tectonic. Tectonic's making a move up. You know, on the daily, we had that big dip, go sideways and push up. And you can see this again here. You know, we had that dip but come down here. And then basically, it was around here. We found some beautiful support around this kind of region here. Got support here. And yeah, we got support here, and we found the support here, and we wicked straight back up. So, you know, we were doing all right. So we sort of came down to around about 26%. We've sort of risen up on Tectonic to around about, we've recovered around about, if I get this on measurement right, sometimes it's a bit fickle. So we've risen up about 5-6% from where we are now. So it's just like I said, it's just chopping sideways. I think a lot of people now are going to be waiting to see what comes tomorrow on Friday, because there's anticipation that the ETF decision may come tomorrow, but it could be the following week. So, but if it comes tomorrow, oh good, I see upside coming and out. But like I said, you always have your risk management. You know, you never put more money in you're willing to use. And I say this in every video. You don't listen to people like me. Do your own research. I'm only explaining to what I'm doing and how I work things. You know, you should have your own. But yeah, it's looking really good. I'm really am bullish and confident, you know, because it's been a long time through this bear market that we had. And yeah, so CRO, Tectonic's looking really healthy. The whole crypto industry is looking pretty healthy, to be honest with you. And you can see here, just go back to look at total. It's just dropped down $1.599 trillion. And then total 3, which is the altcoins. Yeah, we're up 0.32%. We're doing quite well, to be honest with you. We're going back in that green. We're starting to move our way back up. We found nice support on the altcoins here. It's around about, we came down to around about $447 billion. And then we wicked straight back up. This is what I mean. If you have buy orders, you've done really well. Congratulations to you. But like I said, in this bull market, always prepare. As we get these big impulsive waves, I've said it in other videos, expect we're going to get some sort of pullback at some point to reset. And we know a lot of leverage got stopped out from the bears to the bulls. So if you're in leverage, just be careful. But yeah, just enjoy the green days. And if you got the spare cash on the side and you buy the dips, you know, it's good times to do it. And that. So I hope this has been helpful. Like I said, give us a thumbs up. Give, subscribe. It's always much appreciated, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.